Like and subscribe to get more content of your favorite subreddit. Am I the asshole for overstaying my welcome, despite being invited to extend my stay? I, 24 male, am a senior in college. I typically head to my parents' place from my campus apartment around a week after finals end, but made the decision to head back early this year thanks to predicted inclement weather during the time I usually make the drive, and multiple instances of the heat going out in my building. I had already completed my in-person exams at that point, and all I had left to do was finish up an essay that could be remotely submitted. My parents' house is kind of in a state of chaos right now. My sister and my nieces are staying with them for the time being, and while I love seeing them and thought I could handle it, a house full of people isn't really essay writing friendly for someone with ADHD. After asking a few local family and friends if they had a place for me to hang out for the next few days and finish up, I ended up at my brother-in-law's sister's house. A little confusing. I know. I had met her, D. 30F, on multiple occasions, and had hung out with her husband, Sam, 29 meters, and my Bill fairly often over the summer. They had a guest room for me to sleep in, and Sam has a pretty kick-ass home office, library sort of thing he said would be perfect for me to write in. I arrived on December 7th, and my essay was due on the 9th. From the time I got there, Dee seemed a little put off about the whole thing, something I found odd, but I just focused on my work. Sam and I had a few drinks that night and hung out in his study until Dee came in and basically demanded he come to bed. I ended up finishing and submitting my essay the next day around 6 p.m. But Sam requested I stay longer as Dee was going on a girls' trip for the weekend. I agreed. I had a really great weekend. Sam and I had been close for a while, like I said, but I hadn't ever gotten to hang out with him alone. We had a routine of smoking a little, then going to his room to put on a movie that we would inevitably end up ignoring in favor of talking about anything and everything. He and I have a lot in common, so it was one of those situations where we'd get lost in conversation and then suddenly it's 3 a.m., at which point I would typically head to the guest room. On Saturday night, we did the same thing, but we both must have dozed off at some point. I woke up to Dee basically yanking me out of bed, telling me I had overstayed my welcome, and that she had expected me to be gone by the time she got back from her trip. I essentially got kicked out, and later got a text from my sister asking me why Dee was blowing up my BIL's phone and that I had embarrassed her in front of her in-laws. Am I the asshole? Edit. I mentioned this above, but I'm 24. I'm a few years past barely legal. Quote. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get more content of your favorite subreddit.